Welcome to the Virgin Loser shelf. This shelf is comprised of a lot of things that I've collected over the years. And as you can see, I collect a lot of shit. Maybe too much shit. I think I collect too much. But I kind of want to just run through it. It's not complete. I'm kind of missing a few things here and there. And you can also tell it's very dusty because I don't own a duster. I'm going to ignore that though. And I just wanted to show off all of the shit that I've collected over the years. So I kind of want to just run through this shelf, top to bottom, left to right, and then I'll also show off everything that's on the top. Starting with this little section. These are kind of all the video games deemed either important, some of the most important games, or some of the funnier games that I own. That's why, iCarly for Wii is there, and The Lawnmower Man. I haven't played those games, I just thought they were really funny, and most of the shit on the shelf I got from thrift stores. Other important games to me are like Plants vs. Zombies, Garden Warfare 1 and 2, Spore. You got the entire Dark Souls, just all of them. Got the original GTA. You got Gran Turismo over here. Just some really good games, some of my favorite games. There's some funny ones in here. Yeah, Family Guy, the video game. These two are games that are very near and dear to me. Bionicle Heroes and Shrek Smash and Crash Racing. It's pretty much all I would play on the PS2. And Little Big Planet 1 and 2. So those are games that are very important to me. Another game that is very near and dear to me is the Card Wars card game. I love Adventure Time. It's my favorite show ever. I love this card game. This is everything from the original run, and in the doubles tournament box is the stuff from the booster packs, the only series of booster packs they did. In that box I have, it's filled. This box is filled with all of that. It's overflowing. It's overflowing with cards. There's just too many cards in here. I bought 2 For the Glory booster packs, and it just completely filled it. I think these are the 4 decks that come in the doubles tournament, and the rest of this shit is the booster packs plus the hero card packs. I've been meaning to do a video on Card Wars for the longest time. It's still in the works. I have the stuff from the Kickstarter reprints. That box is full of it. It's not coming out the way I want it to, but I love Card Wars. I got all of this stuff pre the reprints, and then when they announced the reprints I got excited, so now I have 2 of all of this. I have all of this and then everything that's in that box. Plus I also donated to the new Kickstarter they did. That's all new stuff. So I'm excited to get that. I would love to display all of it on this shelf. I just don't know how I would organize that, because I like how this looks. I think this looks cool, but to fit essentially this again on the shelf would be a lot. Maybe there's some other things I could throw up here. Maybe I could place the playmat they gave me right here. I think it would be probably too wide though. I don't know if it would exactly fit though, so I don't know. Just below Card Wars is my Junji Ito collection, and as you can see from the dust, there used to be a few more here. I believe there was 9 more books right here, but I am letting my girlfriend borrow those. So I do have more in the collection. They're just with my girlfriend right now. I think I'm only missing like the 4 most recent releases, but I love Junji Ito. These I sent her all of my favorite ones. I have Uzumaki, I have Gaio, I have some of the other short story collections. I have 2 copies of Frankenstein, which is one of my favorite Junji Ito stories. Well, it's an adaptation, of course. You know, he didn't make Frankenstein, but I love his version of Frankenstein. And I love Uzumaki. I love, Ramina. Ramina is my favorite. That's my favorite Junji Ito story. I sent that to her so that she can read those. And I would like, to eventually have all of them. I'm actually really excited. I want to get one of the newer short story compilations they released has the story The Town with No Roads, which is one of my favorite Junji Ito stories. And I would really like to have that. And propping up my books is a Rocks Fact rock from Over the Garden Wall. A long time ago, me and my uncle used to make little pumpkin displays when we carved pumpkins for Halloween. And one of them we did was for Over the Garden Wall, which is right up there with Adventure Time for me. It is one of my favorite shows ever. And we painted a little rock to look like the Rocks Fact rock. And then once the pumpkin display was done, we used that rock in our aquarium for the next 4 years or so. So that just sat in an aquarium. But now I use it as a bookend, because I have no other use for it. But I like it. I like keeping it around. It reminds me of that. Moving on from Junji Ito is sort of a more miscellaneous. As the shelf goes, there's a few little miscellaneous spots, but and as you can see, I've been moving shit around a lot. That's fucking nasty. I should have dusted before I did this. These are some of my cookbooks. I have a Minecraft cookbook. I have I think this is an unofficial Adventure Time cookbook. All given to me by people over the years. I think my mom gave me this one. And I don't actually know what are these? Oh, these are Warhammer books. Yep. I have a lot of Warhammer books. Core rules for the big game, Kill Team, and the compendium for the Kill Team, as well as an issue of White Dwarf. I like cooking and I like Warhammer. Of course, all this shit is shit that I like, but I like flipping through these. These have, I know this one has a good amount of lore. This one's got a little bit, and I like the White Dwarf. The White Dwarf is a monthly magazine that Warhammer puts out, and it just has news and little painting challenges and other little bits on how to play the game. The cookbooks, I think I've only made a couple recipes out of these books, because I keep meaning to cook more, but I don't. And then these are from that Card Wars Kickstarter. They accidentally sent me 2. I don't know why they sent me 2, but it's basically how to use certain Card Wars or Adventure Time. I don't remember if it was Adventure Time or Card Wars. I think it's a little bit of both. How to use them in D&D. This is for D&D 5e, which is really cool. This is the official Card Wars guide. I love Card Wars, guys. I got fucking everything from this game. And I really like this book. It's really cool. Shows you a bunch of ways to use each of the character decks, how you can make them better, how to actually play the game. For the longest time, I was playing this game wrong, but now I actually know how to play, which is cool. Next to that is the Eye of Terra. It's a Warhammer book. In the Horus Heresy. I don't remember if this is a No, is it one big book or is it an anthology? I don't remember. It is an anthology. That's what it is. Well, it just goes to show you how much reading I do. And then these are the index cards for my army. I build the Death Guard. That's my Warhammer shelf over there that I don't want to show too much of. But these are index cards for my army and what the different characters in my armies can do. But I would like to have the smaller index cards, but these are still cool. I still like them. These are some coins I got from the Warhammer store, from actually going to a Warhammer store and buying stuff from it. They give you little coins each month. I think this is Kroot. This is Old World Dwarves, and I think this is the Inquisition, Imperial Inquisition. I don't know. I like them. I think they're cool. The channel is called Fisherman. Of course, I have the gigantic book of fishing stories. I found this at a thrift store. Oh, I took that tag off of it. It was like $2. Would you believe this book is boring? Would you believe this book is boring? It is. But it's funny and I like it, and I use it as a centerpiece pretty much for the bookshelf, and I'm Fisherman. Of course I have it. And of course I have the Fishing Basics book. I've been fishing many times, but I still like looking at and reading this book. It's really cool. It's got a lot of like little pictures of, you know, what it's actually talking about, you know, what are the best lures for certain freshwater fish, and what are some of like the best times to go fishing, and when to use certain lures and baits, and how to tie certain knots. It's a really cool book, actually. I really enjoy flipping through this book and reading it. This mug here was given to me by a friend who leads our D&D groups. He's given each of us a similar mug, but still sort of tailoring them to each of us, depending on which one he gives us. And he gave me this one that kind of looks like God of War, the newer one, the Ragnarok. Don't know why he gave it to, like, what made him think of me with this one, but I still love it. I still think it's cool. I still think it's awesome, and those are the mugs we use when we gather for D&D. And then over here, this is sort of my other weird finds at thrift stores, like Cryptozoology, A to Z, goes through stories of different cryptids, you know. These are my more supernatural books, H.P. Lovecraft, the complete fiction. I've read a few of them, kind of boring, but also kind of cool. I like cosmic horror. One of my favorite movies is Annihilation, and, you know, that was obviously inspired by that, so I like it. Mystic Places. This book is hilarious. I found it also at a thrift store, surprisingly, and it's just a bunch of conspiracies about the pyramids, the fucking Trojan horse, all this other, like, horse shit. It's funny. It's funny to just flip through and read, and some of the, like, implications that they make in the book are just really funny. I love it. Moving down from there, this is my VHS shelf, but also I'm not gonna talk about that. I'm just gonna show the more important part. These are VHSs of some of my favorite movies: Scooby-Doo and the Cyber Chase. The fuck does that say? Oh no, I thought that was On Loch Ness. That's just some episodes of the original cartoon. My favorite Scooby-Doo movie, On Zombie Island. Why the fuck did I think it was called? Anyways, it's over there because I meant to fill out this shelf, and then you'd have this and SpongeBob flanking it. Oh, I'd love to get the SpongeBob movie on VHS. This is just some episodes. Either way. Also, every time I go to my local thrift store and they have a copy of All Dogs Go to Heaven on VHS, I have to get it. I have to get it every time. I have 4 copies. That's what it is. All of these are movies from my childhood, movies that I really like. Some of my favorite movies. Some of them I just kind of think it's funny. I like All Dogs Go to Heaven. I just think it's funny to have 4 VHSs of it. Also, I have this ocean documentary. VHS because I like ocean documentaries. I wanted to be a marine biologist growing up. And that's mainly because of ocean documentaries and just learning about cool fish and all that. Moving down from Ban, these are some of my DVDs. Again, some of my favorite movies, a lot more Scooby-Doo. And some of my favorite movies, Annihilation. Some of my favorite shows, like Adventure Time and Over the Garden Wall. Bionicle. All Dogs Go to Heaven makes another appearance. Jackass. As well as the first 100 episodes of SpongeBob. This is a great DVD collection. I want to say it's the first about 4 or 5 seasons. However, the consequence of it being DVD and not Blu-ray, and the only reason why I want this shit to be Blu-ray, there's a billion fucking discs. Oh my goodness, dude. 14 discs? If this was Blu-ray, it would fit on like 2. Whatever, dude. And the first 3 SpongeBob movies. Kind of the only good one's the first one, but I love SpongeBob, so I keep watching it. SpongeBob, the first one's my favorite movie ever. I've seen it way too many times. As well as more ocean documentaries. I think combined, these 2 are like 12 or 15 hours of just ocean documentary, which is cool. I love the ocean. I love learning about it. This shit's cool, so I like it. Moving on from my DVD collection, we move up to more kind of random books I've found at thrift stores over the years, as well as just some random shit I've had. Some of them are more classics, like Don Quixote and The Jungle. Not really books I intend on reading, but more just I thought they looked cool, so maybe one day I'll read them. I've got my entire original collection of Minecraft guidebooks. Shout out if you remember these. Holy shit, these are way fucking out of date, but they're still really cool. I've got ghost stories. I've got a really fucking beat up Dark Tower. I keep meaning to read the rest of the Dark Tower books. I've only read the first one, so that's just kind of how that is. I got some manga here. I've got One Piece. I've got some Japanese JoJo. In another room, in another shelf, I have a lot of English release JoJo. Maybe that's a video for another time, but I saw this. I thought it was cool. Also, the only reason I got this is JoJo. I love JoJo, as you'll see in a bit. And then over here, just some more books I read as a kid in school. Just some, I don't know, some cool stuff I thought was cool. Some fucking SimCity, some Garfield, some fucking Gumball, some Five Nights at Freddy's, and then all right next to all this funny comic book and fucking Five Nights shit is a Jeanette McCurdy, I'm Glad My Mom Died. Found that at a thrift store right next to Runny Babbitt. And then I've also got this little fucking arcade machine here, which actually I could use as a bookend. It's just a little thing. I think it's You peel the sticker off, and then I think you can actually play a little game on that. So there's a little Nightmare on Elm Street snow globe, because my mom gave it to me. That's pretty cool. Nightmare on Elm Street's an alright movie, you know. Moving on from random miscellaneous books, we move on to random miscellaneous things. A little art print of David Bowie, one of my favorite artists. My mom gave me that for Christmas. I don't know why he's standing like that. Is he supposed to be on this one? Little dragons from Avatar. I just thought it was a really cool Lego set. I think they're cool. Mom also gave me this little skeleton hand. She also gave me this little Chia Pet Groot that I forgot to start. And there's a little Adventure Time comic book that I've had for a very long time. Now moving on from that shelf, this is one of my favorite shelves. It is all of my animal books, and I also have them semi-organized. I love learning about animals. I wanted to be a biologist. I wanted to be a marine biologist. And these types of books are the main reason. I've gotten a lot of these recently from thrift stores, but I still think they're cool. So over on the left here, this is all just kind of general animals, mammals, dogs, cats. That's a bat book. Birds, snakes, bugs. And then you get to ocean life. This is all ocean life. This is one of my favorite books, and this is how I like my animal books formatted. Picture the animal, brief descriptions. This is a more like overview of the animal, but like shit like this. Picture the animal, brief description, where it's from, how big is it, how deep is it for sea life, Whoa. Hey. But there's a lot of cool shit in here. I have some bookmarked. There's some cool sharks and all that. I really like books formatted like this, and most of these are formatted in a similar way. I really wanted to be a marine biologist, so the ocean section goes from like here to about, well, it's like to here, but then I also have a couple more just because I haven't fully organized this section, but I got another little bug book. And I realized I have a lot of animal books. Why don't I get a few plant books? This is the first one I have, just California flowers from the desert. I also have another one, but it's in another room. So I'm going to try to start getting some plant books to kind of balance it out. And then I have some art books here. Found this Overwatch art book at a thrift store. It's very early, I think. What's the newest character on that cover? Maybe Orisa? I think Orisa looks like the newest character on that cover. So very early, 2017, maybe 2018. But it's cool. It shows some of the original concepts for characters they had. This is my favorite art book ever because JoJo is my favorite thing ever. So of course I love the art book. This goes all the way up to part 5, I believe. This only goes up to part 4. Well, I know they released JoJo A Go-Go. I'm going to have to get that. I think that one goes up to part 5, maybe part 6. Elden Ring. I love Elden Ring. It's a great game. This is volume 2. This is volume 2 of an official art book. I need to get the other ones. I love Elden Ring. I love the whole Souls series, and so I want to get some of the art books for the other games. I would love a Bloodborne art book. I would love a Dark Souls 3 art book. All this shit is just really cool to me. I like this. I think it's cool. I just think it's cool. And finally, moving on from these awesome books, we get to the top shelf. Labyrinth is one of my favorite movies of all time. There's a VHS of it right there, and an original movie poster that was in movie theaters. I love Labyrinth. I love David Bowie. I think it's an amazing movie, and the soundtrack fucking bang. Starting on the left side, I've never played Horizon Zero Dawn. I thought this set was just really cool, and this was when Lego was like starting to get into more video game sets. They had the Mario line and the Sonic line, but other video game sets. It's a very well put together set. I do like it a lot. I don't know if I'll ever play Horizon though. Over here are one of my favorite games of all time. I'm Fisherman. Of course, I love a game called Sega Marine Fishing. This is one of the only fun fishing games I've ever played. Most fishing games are simulators. This one's more arcadey. You hook a fish and rock music starts playing, and and it goes all crazy. And when you pull a fish in, the guy on the boat with you says, "Good fish." It's great, and that's where my profile picture comes from. It's this guy reeling in a damned fish, and I do plan on making a video about that sometime. Gex 64, it's funny. Pizza Hut demo discs because of that Jakey video. I do also have the other one in here somewhere. It's one of these. It's this one. It's that one right there. There's the other Pizza Hut demo disc. I thought they're cool. These are sealed, but I do want to open them at some point and play them, probably later on the channel. And then right behind, but you have copies of Silent Hill 1 and 2. Great games. My girlfriend loves the Silent Hill series. After playing the Silent Hill 2 remake, she's gone back and started playing through all of them. So she's kind of jealous that I have these, but I'll let her borrow those. Over here is my kind of funny section of, little guys I've had since I was a kid. My favorite movie on VHS, Simpsons Tony Hawk, because that's awesome. The best Warhammer mini I've painted so far. I made the little base. I painted him. He's covered in dust, so he looks kind of nasty, but I'm proud of how he came out. I think he looks really good, really cool, and I hope to paint more guys like this. Little baby Winston, little Rock. This is my brother's band, Spitball. I've been to a few of their shows, and I'm really proud of them. I think this shit's cool. I like their music. It's sort of hardcore punk. And my brother's the drummer. The original, 3 Skylanders that come in the starter set. This is also my maxed out Trigger Happy. That's a little note I gave myself as a kid to know that he was max level. And I don't know if... No, I didn't indicate with any of the other guys because he was my favorite. But I love Skylanders. I plan on doing a whole little video series on it on the channel at some point. Just playing through them. I would love to do that. I think Skylanders is a really cool concept. And part of me wishes they were still going. But I never played the last 2 games, and I heard they were really shit. So I don't know. Maybe blessing in disguise that ended. These are some little action figures I had as a kid. I don't really remember what they were called, but I think they're fucking cool. I think they're just cool little guys. This guy's like a pitcher plant in a Venus flytrap or something, and these guys are like, I don't know, owl angels or something. And then I thought these two looked really funny because their art style is very different. So they're obviously not part of that. I just thought they were cool and they were in the same box that I found them in. I love Dragon Ball. My friend got me this recently. It's a little baby Goku summoning Shenron. I think that's awesome and badass. I like Dragon Ball. I thought it was cool. Next to Shenron is my Servo Skull from Warhammer. My friends got me this for Christmas one year. And I do plan on painting it at some point. But maybe when I'm a bit better at painting. I don't really want to fuck it up because this is really cool. And I'd like to get it right. And the last section of the shelf, it has a couple of my favorite guys on here. Trunks, both Super and Z, given to me by my amazing girlfriend. I love Dragon Ball. I love JoJo. We got a Jonathan action figure and a Jotaro statue, and I would like to get more of these action figures, more specifically those Part 7 action figures, but they're very expensive. And a little Tony Chopper. I like One Piece. I haven't seen too much of it, but he's my favorite. My Cool Guy and Dweeb Cup from Adventure Time, both flanking one of my favorite albums ever, Scaring the Hose by JPEG Mafia. I know, average JPEG Mafia fan. I love Scaring the Hose. I love the new album. I'd like to get all of his albums on vinyl. Right now, that's the only one I got. But you can see a little pink showing behind it. And that's my favorite album ever, Igor by Tyler, the Creator. I know, average Tyler, the Creator fan. But still, I love it. And since it was in the frame at the beginning of the video, there's a Creeper mini fridge that my friends gave me. There's nothing in there. Thank you for watching this video about my damn virgin loser nerd shelf. There's some sports plaques above it. They're not mine, but maybe it makes it a little less virgin loser. But thank you guys for watching the video. I've wanted to show this off for a while. It's my little project putting together a bunch of shit that I like, and I have more shit in some other shelves, and maybe I'd like to show that off at some other point later. But thank you for watching. Subscribe if you want to. I've been Fisherman, and I'll see you next time.